Hey guys, welcome to Super Important Views. My name's Steve, and in this video I'll be going over the Neca Pacific Rim yeager Tacit Ronin. And yes, I looked up how to pronounce it before I did this review. No more mispronunciations from me. But if you guys don't remember this guy from the film, I don't blame you, because there was literally only about 1 second glimpse of him in the prologue where he's kind of rising up behind some ashes. And he looked pretty sweet even though for that short glimpse, so I'm glad that they're giving us his figure. It also gives us a little bit more variety for our yeager collection. But we'll know if he was worth it after we get him out of the packaging. So for the packaging, really love his clear display prison here. Looks really sweet. Really like that you can see the figure on the inside of it. Up at the top here, just gives you the name of the movie. Tells you his kaiju kill count, which is 3. And then, not too much here on the bottom, just tells you who he is. Then for the back of the packaging, gives you a nice image of the figure in the packaging, with him being a Mark 1, so he's one of the original yeagers. At the bottom just tells you all the other figures that are coming out with him, Anchorage Check Gypsy Danger, and Romeo Blue. And that's pretty much it. It's gonna open up out of his plastic prison. Now that we have Tacit Ronin out of his prison, he looks awesome. Like overall with the details here, really love the way the paint job came out on him, where he has this light gray metallic paint with a little bit of dark grays in here, which really helps to give him a very weathered look, and it looks really sweet. Really like the head sculpt on this guy, and he has some more yellowish gold paint on here to reflect the eyes and the visors. And overall, it's a very pointy head. Like, I'm pretty sure overall looking, especially at the upper part of his body, he looks like something I have created in the game called Armored Core. Because he just has like a nice agile, lightweight mech kind of look to it, and I'm pretty sure I played with you once before. But the head sculpt's really sweet, and overall I really like the body too, where it has more of this angled look to it. Gives him a very differentiating characteristics between him and like Gypsy Danger, where he's more like normal human shaped. And same with a lot of the other yeagers, while he has definitely more of like a cockpit kind of look to it. And then he's got like some little cylinders sticking out here, which is pretty cool. Then back here, don't know what that is, but it's sweet nonetheless. And then you can see back here he's got a little bit more of an exoskeleton kind of look to him. And the same with the paint job here for the rest of the mech, where it's more of a gunmetal color with some metallic flakes in it and some more silvers. It's really nice, and again, gives a really nice weathered look. And even back here, like the attention to the detail this guy has, like he even has little wires here that are made out of the soft rubber going into his legs for his hydraulics and whatnot. So that's pretty sweet. Another thing that's kind of weird about him is that for his shoulders here, they're very far to the back. And looking at it from the top, you can even see that they're a little bit more angled that way. So again, it just makes him seem really mechish to me, because it's not very human looking, because it would need to be a lot more up towards the front. And it's just another very interesting characteristic that they gave him. And you can see here for his arms, where he has, for his hand, he has one open hand and one closed hand ready to deck yet, which is pretty awesome. And then you can also see right here, there's a little blades, which is actually part of his little gimmick, where they extend out, where you just kind of grab the tip here and start pulling on it. And you just keep bringing it out till it stops moving. And this side, it's really stiff and it sticks out about that far. This side, on the other hand, is really easy. It just slides right out. But these look awesome. Really fierce looking, and it's very different from what we got with Eureka Striker, where it kind of came out like a scissors. And these things look like they would just mess up some kaiju's day, where he'd just be all like, "Hutsya! Good night, sweet prince." Another thing to point out with these is that they're very sharp here. Like, you wouldn't cut yourself on, but it's very pointy, and I would just be very careful when playing with this. So these are a really nice addition to the character. And something, again, you don't really see from the film, because we pretty much see him in that little prologue scene. He's just kind of like, he's on the kind of kneeling, and then he just kind of stands up. So you really don't know what's fully going on with him. So it's something that they could have just left out with the gimmick here and gone a little on the easier side. But I'm glad that they added it to the character. You know, like, I'm sure he probably already had it, but this is a nice addition to him. And then for his legs, you see here he's got a little insignia on the side of his leg, which is pretty neat. Nothing on this side, except for this side of the leg looks a lot more filthy compared to the other ones. There's a lot more grays in here, with this just being a lot more of a lighter shade. And then for his legs are a little bit more in the chicken leg pattern, which is pretty neat. And the only other yeager that we really have that's mostly like this is Crimson Typhoon. So I'm glad he's got like a smaller, skinnier little cousin. And then for his feet, he's got a little 2 pointed toes, which this one's kind of bent in, but nothing a hairdryer can't fix. And that's pretty much it for the details. Overall, I'm just very impressed with the way this guy turned out. Love the paint applications, and just the detail on here is phenomenal. And then for his articulation, his head can look left, right, all the way around. For his torso, took me a little bit of getting him kind of worked in there, but it can pretty much go all the way around. Just takes a little bit of effort. For his arms, they got a hinge here so they can go up and down a little bit. Also can rotate, which is really nice. For his elbow here, it's a nice bend to it. Also has a rotation here at the upper part of his bicep. And then for his hands are also on ball joints, and they rotate all the way around. Just to let it be known that the open hand here kind of smacks into the blade a little bit, so you got to kind of position it while you're moving around. Well, the closed fist hand isn't quite as big of a deal. For his legs, they can move outward about that far, which is pretty neat. He has 2 ball joints here for each of the legs, and it's more of like a little cylinders kind of sticking out here, which is very unique for this yeager. And then move inward about that far. For his leg, it can move forward about yay far. You can't really move too much far back. But what's really nice is here he has a double joint at the knee. So he has a swivel here and also right here. It's just on mine, it's really freaking stiff. Just to show you guys on this knee that I can actually do that. There we go. And then for his feet, they're also on a ball joint, so get a nice rotation and a pivot. And for some quick comparison, here's Tacit Ronin compared next to Neca's Eureka Striker and Crimson Typhoon. Which to me, these guys seem to draw a lot of inspiration from Tacit Ronin, with Eureka Striker having the blade weaponry reminiscent of him, and also the more slimmer head and just more kind of new agey style to him. While Crimson Typhoon has the more chicken legs just like he does, and with the more slimmer head style and just overall awkward body type. And here is a Neca's Axe who still wants to cuddle. And here is with the Neca's 1994 Godzilla and the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2014. And here is with the Neca 24-inch long Godzilla 2014, which doesn't seem like a fair fight. So overall, Tacit Ronin, I love this thing. The amount of detail on this guy is awesome. Paint application is fantastic. The articulation is very good on this guy. And even the little blade accessories are just sweet. And he's a very unique looking yeager with everybody else that's been released. And I'm very glad that Neca decided to give us this guy. And he's by far actually probably one of my more favorite yeagers as of right now. So if you guys are a big fan of Pacific Rim, you guys will be a big fan of Tacit Ronin. So what do you guys think? You guys like Tacit Ronin? What figures would you guys like to see from Pacific Rim? Or is 2 seconds not long enough screen time for you guys? Please let us know in the comments. We'll have closer pictures on Facebook if you want to click the link in the description below. Please don't be afraid to share this video around. And if you like this and want to see more stuff like this, please give us a like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.